Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to UniversIO. Last episode, we were working with EMC, surprise, surprise, and we were able to get the command block sword, which required the enchanted command block book, which required fading matter, which is what we had to get to. The second to last tier of all the EMC stuff, and yeah, this might be the last episode. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping. I'm kind of done with this mod pack, to be perfectly honest, but we have some more stuff to do, and I do want to finish things off. Speaking of that, I actually built something, and it's very simple. It is very plain, but I finished this building. That's it. So, I just put a roof on it, built up the walls and everything. So, let's just get into it and start working on stuff because I'm going to probably have to AFK some more. But let's see where we're at. So, first things first, I believe we've done everything in every other quest area, with the exception of maybe the periodic table. I don't know if there's anything else here or not. We'll find out. But we've completed everything else in the mainline quest line, and all we need to do now is we need to get a Withered Nether Star. We can either defeat the Wither Storm, which I don't really want to do, or we can skip it. And in order to skip it, we are going to need the Formidabomb, which I think you have to have regardless, another enchanted command block book, a Nether Star, command block sword, and a final star shard. That's going to be the hard part. The Formidabomb requires super TNT, which also requires another enchanted command block book. So, we need to make 2 more of those, and I've got a lot of stuff kind of prepared. So, the first thing I want to do is we're going to take the Fading Collectors, Fading Relay, and Fading EMC link, and we're going to make 2 fading compressed collectors. We're going to learn that just in case we need to make more. And we should be able to make the fading power flower. And we can, which is another quest. We're going to go ahead and learn that immediately. We're going to break the old one, the white power flower. Unfortunate name, but let's go ahead and throw that in here. So we have 18 trillion EMC. We need to make the final star, and in order to do that, we need colossal stars, and we are actually pretty close to that. So I've made a bunch of colossal star dray. I don't speak German still. I have not taken German lessons, but this is what we need for the next tier, which is Veer, and we can learn that. I'm gonna actually burn that so that we get our EMC back, and we can combine a bunch more, and then we can put these together to get the colossal star sphere. And we need 4 of these, and then we're going to need a lot more of them because the final star shard requires 8 of them. So the colossal star Omega is kind of where we're at, and so each one of these is 39 trillion. That's going to take some time. So while we're waiting on that, oh boy, let's go ahead and get the command block book. So I have the fading matter. I do have a little extra fading matter that we can throw in here, and we're getting quite a bit of EMC, but you know, actually, you know what? Let's look at the fading power flower. So this thing produces 19 billion. It costs 13 trillion though. Okay, never mind. I didn't look at the text. So we need to make 2 of these command block books, and we can get the command blocks pretty easily. And then Let's just get the book. So there is the enchanted command block book. And we're going to need one of those for the Withered Nether Star. We're going to need a Nether Star as well, which is nice and easy. It is also really cheap comparatively to everything else. And then the last thing that we're going to need is the Formidabomb, which requires some TNT and gunpowder. Now this stuff we should be able to make. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't have all the supplies. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we're going to need TNT times 4. And then in the middle of this, we put the command block book. Yes. Enchanted command block book. Yes. Super TNT. And then we get some blaze powder, which I believe we can get from EMC. And that should be nice and easy to do. So we can get 2 blaze rods, turn them into blaze powder, and make the Formidabomb. Now, I don't know how that works if you actually use it, and I don't really want to find out right now. So there is the Formidabomb. And let's go ahead and put that in the chest. So the only thing we need now is the final star. And what my plan is I'm going to get the Colossal Stars. Well, I guess it's the Colossal Star Omega. Once we get one of these, I am going to get a Final Star Shard, and we're going to use that immediately to make the final collector, because that produces 1 trillion EMC per second, and that shouldn't take too terribly long to get more. So I'll switch this to the final star shard and all that kind of stuff. In fact, why don't we do this instead? And, that might help a little bit. We'll see. But regardless, I get to go sleep for a couple of years. And we'll get the collector upgraded. And then final relay, we'll have to make that. That is just a fading relay. Do we have an extra one of those? I don't believe so. In order to get the final EMC link, that's going to be super expensive. But the final power flower generates 48 trillion EMC per second. So that's pretty good. And so we'll get some final stars, and then we will continue on. We'll complete all of these quests, and then we'll see what this does. Yeah, there's some really... The Wither Storm is a really dumb boss, and I don't want to fight it, but we probably will end up summoning it later. So anyways, I am going to go AFK. I'm going to get all of the EMC that we need, and then we will come back when I am ready to potentially finish this map, or at least get closer. So I will be back in a bit. Alright, so we should be relatively close. I don't think we're quite to the final star yet, but I have a bunch of Colossal Star spheres in my inventory, and we can make our first Omega. So let's learn that, and we're going to immediately burn it. And then we can make a few more. So we need 8 of these in total, and I have 4 here. Let's just go ahead and start putting them in here. And then with a nether star in the center, we can make what we need. So we can get 3 of the 4. So that's great. We're almost there. I want to go ahead and see if speeding this up is a little bit better. And we need to get up to, what is it, 158. So should be close at this point. And I've literally just been sleeping in the bed. playing other things on my phone or my other gaming consoles. But there is 192, so that is enough. And we should be able to get the final star. Now, this is the fun part. And by fun part, I mean I get to do this. I get to make the final star shard. We're going to learn that. And then we have more stuff to use. So, I think the first thing that we're going to do, now that we have this, we could actually just go ahead and finish the quest to make the Withered Nether Star. And then that is used to make the final star, which is awful. Oh man, I'm going to probably have to make that, aren't I? But instead what we're going to do is we're going to replace this. And we're going to take the fading collector. We're going to break that. And we're going to combine it with a final star to get the final collector. So this will produce 1 trillion per second. And I just need to get a lot. 126 trillion, so 126 seconds. So about every, what, 2 minutes? I should be able to get another final star. So let's go ahead and take this. That is apparently not a quest. And then we're immediately going to place this down. And wait, no, take that back. Not 100, 1,000. 1,260. So whatever that relates into minutes is how long I have to wait, which is awful. But can we get another star shard? Final star shard. I gotta remember what it's actually called. And yes, we can. So there is that. And we can go ahead and make the Withered Nether Star. So I'm not taking everything out yet because the Formidabomb has a, well, it has a detonation timer. I didn't notice this before, and I noticed it when I was getting stuff out. If it's in your inventory, it will start to slowly detonate. Hopefully that doesn't interrupt this. It doesn't. So there is the Withered Nether Star. One story ends, another begins. Yeah, totally just defeated the Wither Storm. Alright, so nothing else unlocked yet. But the final star, whoops, wrong button. The final star requires us to have the final power flower, and that is a couple more quests. So we need to get the relay, which requires that, and then we'll have to get a whole bunch more of those. And then the final power flower, which requires the EMC link. It's not a quest. I thought the EMC links were, oh it is, it's right here. That requires 2 final star shards. And then the last part is the compressed collectors, which, it's going to take some more time. Oh, hey, we have 2 more final star shards. So, this is actually pretty quick. I don't know why, but it is. So we can at the very least make the EMC link. And then that goes here. And then we're going to need a relay. Can we make the fading relay? We certainly can. How much do we have? 7 minutes worth. Alright, that is not enough. So let's go sleep for a second. And we might be able to get yet another star, final star shard. But we'll sleep through the night, or through the day. And that's going to speed things up. But it is going to take a little bit of time for me to get everything together, probably, to do all of this stuff. So we will see. We'll see what we can get. Let's sleep again. It's going to take a minute. So presumably, once we do all this, we'll be pretty much done with this mod pack. And I talked about it a little bit in the previous couple of episodes, but this mod pack is kind of disappointing. It's not at all what I expected it was going to be. And I'm not too, like, it's kind of not a great mod pack, I'll be honest. It could use a couple of quality of life things. no offense to LaserIO, but LaserIO is too expensive in this mod pack to be useful. If it was easier to get nether quartz, it definitely would be a lot better. But nether quartz is really, really big pain to get, because the only ways to get it is to find it in the nether, which is not like the best, or to duplicate it using Botania. And other than that, the pipe mod is not that great for moving power. Well, you can't move power with the pipes mod. It is just items, or is it pretty pipes? Whatever the pipes we're using. What are they? I want to make sure I know. These pipes. These pipes only move items. Yeah, pretty pipes. Which is fine, but there's no good way to move power. At least nothing that I'm aware of. And so this mod pack really just does not want you to make a good use of a lot of the tech that you get. It's very limited, and it just feels weird to play. Like the progression is just kind of weird. But that being said, we're almost done with it. I'm gonna hopefully be able to talk for another 20 seconds while we wait for night to end. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is hopefully we have a couple of the final star shards in the energy condenser, and if we do, we can make at the very least some of the stuff that we're going to need to get the final power flower. And then once we have that, I will probably AFK again, and we'll try to finish things up. So not quite, but we do have 20 minutes of time, so we can do this. I can't go any farther because I don't have enough time, but that should give us another final star shard, and then it's just going to be a matter of, it's in my inventory, making the final relay, and then we just need to get everything together. So last thing we need to do is the final power flower. That should just be a bit of time. So I am going to, once again, cut here. I'm going to go AFK for a bit, find something to do while I'm doing that. And then we'll come back and hopefully finish this mod pack. We'll probably have to cut again because it's probably going to make me make the final star. So I'm going to just put that on here. Does this have any uses? It does not. Currently only exists to show off. So that is probably going to be the end of the mod pack. So we'll see. But I am going to AFK, and I will bring you guys back in once we're ready to make the final power flower. Sometime later, it's been a little bit, I have everything we need to make the final power flowers. So this is still producing final star shards, which is fine. I have the 18 final collectors. We can turn those into 2 compressed. We'll go ahead and learn that because why not? And I have everything else here so that we can make the final power flower. And that is a quest complete. So we are going to obviously break that guy, put that one down, and we are now generating 48 trillion per second. Not too bad. So what does that leave us with the quest? Of course, we have to make the final star. I saw this coming. So what we're gonna do is each of these guys is 31 quadrillion. I don't think I have enough time. I do not have enough time to speed up anything. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of slowly over time make more of these guys and just place them in the world. And once we have the 8 that we need, question mark, yes, 8, we'll be good to go. So is there anything else in here that we need to do? It does not look like it. So it is going to be a matter of going over here and sleeping for a while. So how much was it that we need? 31 point, basically 32. So let's see if we can't get that real quick. And then presumably it will go quicker as we get more stuff producing, you know? We get one final power flower, and then when we get two, it'll be twice as fast, and four will be 4 times as fast, and we'll be done in no time, right? Right? I really hope so. So I am going to do exactly that, and I will be back once we are ready to craft the final star. Alright, yeah, that was a lot quicker than everything else. This mod pack has way too much AFKing, but there is all of our final power flowers. We have all 8 of them that we need. Let's go ahead and vein mine them. I also have 100 quadrillion EMC, so if we need to make more, we can. But we need to take the Withered Nether Star and all of these power flowers, and we can make the final star. So that is the quest complete. GG, you win. First edition apple pie, sure. It's just shiny. Well, that's cool. So the only quest left that I can tell that exists, because I think we did actually complete everything here. We never got any like special fanfare or anything like that, but we can go ahead and we need a command block. So we need fading. No, we don't need. We need a dragon egg. And you know, let's get a couple things. So yeah, let's go ahead and summon the Wither Storm, because why not? And then we'll finish off this series by letting it just live. So we have any item frames? No. So it's sticks and leather. I know the recipe. Do I have? I know I have leather, but let's grab a piece of leather, and we'll put the item frame here. We'll put the final star right there. Perfect. Now, wither skeleton skulls, I do not have. Do I have more dollar stone? I do. And I'm putting that there instead of the apple pie because, yeah, it's more important. Okay, so let's submit the command block, and then 3 soul sand, 3 wither skulls. So I should have the soul sand. I do. And then wither skeleton skulls we should be able to get, I believe, through, yeah, Mendelvium and bone, basically. So we need, what was that, a stack and a half of Mendelvium. So let's see, what is 56? It's not going to tell me, of course not. I wish it did, but we can go here instead of going anywhere else. Let's see, I know silver is 47, so barium is 56. So barium and cesium, we're gonna need a bit of this, and cesium will be 55. Together those make 101, which is the Mendelvium. Yeah, however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce that. But we just need to put these together. And then we could also speed that up. And perfect. That is not... You know, it'd be better if I could do math. That is not what we needed. All right, let's try that again. I need 101, so I guess let's see, wrong buttons. So barium is 56, that's 47, 8, 9, 50. So antimony and 10. Okay, that's a lot easier. And then antimony And I actually know how to pronounce those. So that should work. And then, what is the other thing we need? We need hydroxylapatite. That is bone, basically. And I believe we have access to it. And a stack is more than enough. So let's speed that up a little bit. You know, even just 16 is enough. And then combiner. Let's get Wither Skeleton Skull. And we'll put those in there. And we'll get all 3 of these, which apparently I've never done. Interesting. Okay. So now we should be able to go back to the digital age and submit these. And we'll summon the Wither Storm. And that is everything in the digital age completed. All chapters completed. Alright, perfect. I was going to say, the game is not very happy right then. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this mod pack. And there's only one thing left to do. And it is to, let's go to the Crimson Nether. And this will get us close to the end without just putting us directly into the end. You can see where I dug out all of the black stone. But yeah, my thoughts on this mod pack. It is disappointing. It feels rushed. It feels like there was little thought put into the end of the map. The beginning of the map was really cool, and you know, getting to do the new universe stuff in the void, I was expecting that we were going to create more planets. I thought it was going to have something like, I don't remember what the mod's called, but the mods that make you like advanced rocketry, where you go to all the different planets and there's special stuff, and it's based off of one mod, and I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But there's a lot of space mods where you would go to different planets. I was expecting something like that, and it just felt like we got to the digital age and it was like, all right, here's some things you can do. Now I don't know what to do. It feels unfinished and it feels empty. It's missing a lot of like quality of life stuff that would be really nice to have, like, you know, energy pipes. But let's go look at the Wither Storm. And yep, that's the Wither Storm. Cool. Well, we are being sucked up to it. So, I don't know how to defeat the Wither Storm. But that seemed to work pretty well. That is a really big explosion. Okay. Well, you have fun here. And we're just gonna leave. But yeah, this mod pack, I think it had potential. And I'm just really disappointed with how it actually ended up being. It needs a little bit more, like, some of the mods are kind of cool. It was fun to play around with, well, I shouldn't say it's fun. It was interesting to play around with new Metacraft again. And yeah, that's about it. I always like chemistry. Alchemistry seemed like it could have been used a little bit more effectively, but I also understand that it would have been way overpowered otherwise. But just make nether quartz a little bit easier to get. Nether quartz was kind of a pain, and Botania is a pain as well. It's difficult to like generate a lot of mana really easily without some like complicated setups and whatnot. It's just tedious, and that's what this mod pack feels like. It's just tedious. That being said, it's done now, and we can move on. So that's what we're gonna do, and I don't know for sure what's gonna replace this. I think we're gonna go back to stone block finally. I think we're going to wait on the Sky Bees 2 for a little bit, but I think we're going to go play Stone Block 3 after this series is done. So, yeah, that is what you have to look forward to. Overall, this isn't a bad mod pack, but it's not a great one. And yeah, I'm just sad. But that is going to be it for this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!